talking about the resistance, like if somebody has MRSA, is there any cure for it? I mean, is there any way to permanently get rid of it?
Well, you're not going to get rid of the regular staph that's on your skin. Like I said, that's a normal bacteria that's going to be there. It's supposed to be there to keep everything else in check. Your bacteria keeps yeast in check and vice versa. So if you knock one down, then the other one overgrows.
Right.
But methicillin staph aureus, methicillin-resistant staph aureus, can be treated with vancomycin, some of your other antibiotics, but it can be over a long period of time before you actually get rid of it. Sometimes they'll actually use swabs in the nasal passages if they become colonized with it. In other words, it's in their system and it stays there or whatever. So yes, it can be treated.
Well, what's the difference between that and the chicken pox or the measles or anything like that? You know, you get the chicken pox and you're covered over.
Yeah, but one's a bacteria and one's a virus.
Okay.
Okay. So they're two different entities.
Very good, because
Yeah.
a lot of people might not realize the difference in that. It's the best to get yourself checked out by a
Right.
professional.
Correct.
Don't just guess and say, oh, little Jimmy's got the chicken pox when he's got MRSA all over.
Right. Right. You need to have a professional look at them.
And speaking of the chicken pox, how is that contracted?
Well, there again, it's a virus. Most of the people that were my age, we all had chicken pox when we were growing up. So, it's not a bad thing, but once you have it, it's in your system, for the rest of your life. Now, as you get older, that Zostrix can prevent you from becoming infected with what we call shingles.
Shingles.
Virus. So the chickenpox virus and the shingles virus are very closely related. So a lot of older people, they recommend getting the shingles vaccination just so that they don't wind up with shingles, later on in their life. So if you had the chickenpox as a young child, more than likely that virus is in your system and it's going to be there for the rest of your life. So it might not be a bad idea, to check with your family physician to see about getting that shingles vaccination.
What about people that have become germophobic? Like, it's run through their head and they're constantly washing, they're constantly doing this, and, we need to balance it out.
Right. You need to just be able to go on with your normal daily routine. But the main thing is to just be cognizant of not touching your hands, to your face, like I said, in the T-zone, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and to wash your hands, particularly after you go to the bathroom, particularly before you eat. Anything that you've touched or cleaned or whatever, just, wash your hands.
We got about 5 minutes left in the program. Now, tell me, Dr. Pennington, you go from how many places?
I go to 8 different counties.
And you educate people or you treat people? How do you work?
Well, basically what my position is I'm a medical epidemiologist for the state. And so anytime there's any type of infection, then that has to be investigated. So I'm kind of like the you go in and find out what's causing it, where it came from, that type of thing.
Exactly. So you're helping a lot of people. And like if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, like a hospital in the area or whatever, how would they go about doing that?
You can reach me, either through the Laurel County Health Department, or my cell phone is 606-224-1744.
1744. We got about 4 minutes left in the program. We're going to recap a little bit. Just wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer, can save you from a lot of sickness, can save you from the flu or pneumonia and MRSA, all these diseases like this.
Right. And then if you have like West Nile or whatever, if you're afraid of that, to where you can wear insecticidal spray with long sleeves and not to be out like in early dawn or late at dusk when mosquitoes are at the most.
What are some of the signs of West Nile? Because a lot of people said it's kind of like flu-like symptoms.
Well, you will have, some people will have a headache, some people have joint aches and stuff like that, and most of the people that we've had with that's the way it started.
Exactly. And it's good, like Kim's doing, to spray some Lysol. Because, you know, sickness can carry over. Like
That's
if I'm
right.
coughing and it's going over to you, like we touched on that.
Right.
So protect yourself and protect others around you. But you got so many people doing so many things like sharing needles with each other and you know, like tattooing and all this, and they're using the same needle, you know.
Not good.
It's dangerous. But we appreciate you taking the time. Dr. Marion Pennington, representative working in 8 different counties. You can get in contact with her at the Laurel County Health Department. Do you know that number right off the top of your head?
864-5187.
5187. We appreciate you taking the time and coming being with us, educating us, and telling us what we need to do right here on the Local Community Issues and Answers.